right, hello and welcome to another SAF podcast. It is I, one of your reoccurring co-hosts, Josiah Biggs, and here I have assembled the team. We have Matt Ferrugia. Say hello, Matt.
Hey, what's poppin', B?
We also have John Lamy, also known as Surtur. Hello, John.
Hello. Today we'll be venturing through the land of Neverwinter. I am your GM for today.
Neverwinter is a very good descriptor since it's still 90 degrees where I'm living. And then, of course, we have my main man, Chris Nolan, here. Say hello, Chris.
They have strapped me down and are forcing me to direct more bad DC movies.
Yep.
Hey, at least you're getting paid.
I am not getting paid.
An experience. You didn't let me finish.
This is not a good experience. This is a very bad experience.
Hey, I didn't say it was a good experience. I just said an experience.
I'm getting that negative XP.
Getting that bad cheat. Okay, but no. So John, you just got done with a whole bunch of D&D, right?
I sure did.
And
Hashtag sexy kobolds. Go on.
No, we're fighting dragons and giants today.
Ooh,
Oh shit.
classics.
Hashtag sexy dragons.
Oh, speak.
There's a couple of female storm giants, so one was a brooding emo, the other was a pissed off bitch, as they described her.
I thought you were going to say 2 stormtroopers.
Star Wars D&D.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
In the middle of that fantasy world.
That has to exist. There's no fucking way that doesn't.
Well, I mean, there's no like rules and
exactly.
There's no like rules in D&D. As long as you have your own ideas, you can drop a book in reality. I mean, that's the whole point of D&D. Is it's whatever you. I mean, of course they have like books and
Are you
stuff.
talking about just like Are you talking about just Star Wars like tabletop RPGs?
Yeah, like those have to fucking
Yeah, those
exist.
they do. They have books of those in like Barnes and Noble and shit.
Oh yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
And Starfinder's just basically Pathfinder, which is, a cut from D&D, and it's just has every class that you'd think from Star Wars. For example, the bounty hunter is literally just Boba Fett.
Yep. That sounds about right.
So soon I'm going to be starting a campaign in my D&D group, which is actually going to be based in the world of My Hero Academia.
Nice.
So we have people who are teachers, and we have people who are students. So far we have, for quirk names, like we haven't fully decided all the names of the characters and everything, but we got our quirks down.
Yeah.
We have one that's called like Spider Webbing or something.
Okay.
Her powers are based on like stretching yarn out and other things that can stretch out past the
normal dexterity.
course.
I kind of cut out there for a second. John,
Sorry, I thought Mike died for a minute.
no, you're back.
We have one who has necrotic powers. So he has his name kind of based off that. So he's going to be using necromancer, and he's one of the teachers.
Oh, I thought you meant he had a really sexy neck.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Well, we don't know. We haven't drawn up the character concept yet.
Necrotica is a very new fetish that's sweeping the nation.
No.
But I guess his characteristics is he's a skeleton that has such good deception that he makes everyone think that he's a human. So it's kind of like a character that someone once made called Sir Barrenting, which was an actual grizzly bear. But he had such good deception, people thought he was a human. And during one of their campaigns, a guy literally stood up and said, "That's a bear, that's not a human." And the bear, like the guy who was playing the bear character, rolled, and he rolled like a 20. So the people were like, "Send that man to jail." "I'm sorry, Sir Barrenting."
Oh, I thought he would have just mauled him.
Assume you're a bear.
So so he's basically like a bear Terminator.
Yeah.
He's perfectly blended with society. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So we have that necro person. I'm a curse, of course, Sir, which very closely resembles Endeavor. So he's the second ranked hero. The only thing is my guy's not a complete asshole like Endeavor.
I wouldn't say I'd say he's married to his job. He's not an asshole. He's just a terrible father. But I mean, like, there's only a handful of good anime fathers, so I guess he's just normal.
I was thinking about that just the other day. Like I was at work, just like fucking around for a bit, and then like a thought hit me. Like, I can't think of one good dad in all of anime. What the fuck is up with that? Why is there none? You'd think there would be one, but there's none.
Professor Utonium.
I don't know.
Of course, they just retconned that with a new Powerpuff episode.
There you go.
So all hope is lost. No, there's good dads in anime. Naruto's dad, or Boruto's grandfather.
Boruto's grandfather.
Yeah, he was good. He just died. It wasn't his fault. He saved everybody, but he died, and so, it wasn't his fault that everybody treated his son, like an asshole for sort of no reason.
Have you ever noticed that Sarada's dad is never there? What a fucking piece of shit, am I right?
You mean Salad?
Salad's father, yes.
I can't wait until Disney XD subs Boruto,
Yeah.
or dubs Boruto, and because like her name is supposed to be like Salad, and like Boruto is Bolt, and so. Oh man, I can't wait to see the dub on Boruto when it comes out, because I hope they actually use Bolt and Salad.
I would help kickstart that. Disney
I want the dog from Bolt to be like placed over Naruto now, knowing that. Over Boruto.
And don't forget that Vegeta's a good dad to Bola.
You mean bra?
Yes, but GT
Whatever they want to call it these days.
Buddha?
But GT's not canon.
No, but bra is also born in Super.
Mm-hmm.
No,
So she's canon in Super.
No, dude, Pan's born in Super.
Yes.
No, fuck, I
Both.
fucked it up. Is it Pan or Boy? Both?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm losing.
No, literally, Bulma just gave birth. Remember, Whis just like magically like gave birth with her. He was like, "Oh, Vegeta can't leave because you're pregnant." Boom, you're not pregnant. Instant delivery. Instant.
Yes.
Instant transmission. This is instant delivery. And then Vegeta got all pissed because it wasn't a sand name, and Bulma keeps naming his kids after undergarments.
Yeah. Whis is the ultimate Swiss Army knife of like shown in convenience. I swear to God.
He's like the Alfred of the Dragon Ball Z world. He always has the sassy comebacks.
He only took a hit for the first time in like a few episodes before the tournament of Power started.
Yeah.
The guy's fucking broken. He's only taking his first hit now, and that's just because Goku fucking bit him.
Well, yeah, he's a freaking angel.
Yeah.
Like, even if the universe is destroyed in which he exists, he will not be destroyed.
No, the guy's fucking busted.
Yeah.
Some would argue that it removes all tension from whatever scene he's in, but at the same time, like...
What? There's not supposed to be any tension around him. He's a deity.
That's what I was leading up to. Like, Beerus and Whis kind of have their own agenda and aren't 100% invested in heroes. So you can also argue, like, it doesn't totally, like, ruin anything.
Like, we're not watching the show for them. We're watching it for, for Goku or Vegeta. They're just catalysts in the whole, in the whole program. It's not just focused on their development's over. They don't develop. That's the thing, is that they're constants that are just used as catalysts whenever needed.
Exactly. And, like, Goku and Vegeta are very strong points, but if you've even casually been keeping up with how much of a fucking fanboy that I am, you could also argue that it's actually about hits more than anyone else, because my boys fucking tearing shit up. That's all I can say. Some days I hate myself for being such a biased piece of shit, but it is so fucking cool.
Because you like the broken character who was then broken from a broken character into a suddenly weak character, and...
Look, I'm not going to deny that writing could use a tiny bit of work, but still. Sorry, Chris, go on.
What?
Oh,
Never mind.
I saw you trying to talk for a second. I thought you
Oh, no.
That was stuff picked up in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, so some asshole just like came over here and just decided to rev up his. Can't tell if it's a Mustang or a fucking Camaro. I think it's a Camaro.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to announce,
Look at me.
Hey, look at me, I'm cool.
"Hey,
Yep.
look at me. My dick is average size. Everybody look at me."
Yeah.
Mediocre penis, man, has anything.
The only worst thing than people like unnecessarily like revving up their engines in public places is people with truck nuts.
Yeah. Those are pretty bad.
Those are the worst. Or the people who have like 10 billion political stickers on the back of their cars, and they drive like the tiniest little like hatchback.
The Wilses and shit, all fucking hybrids.
Yeah. Oh man, like
okay.
not even just like the hybrids, like those little Fiats they have now, little two-door smart car like Fiats, and you see like 28 bumper stickers on the back of that thing, so you can barely see out the back window, and like half of them are political, and the other ones are minions.
Just fucking.
That's
God,
that combination. I've never seen that combination, but it hurts me, and I can visualize it like
yeah.
100% clearly.
Or even better, it's like a family. It's like it's a family's car, and then they have like the minion like family stick figure thing in the back window as well. That's strong. Oh, then they also have like a whole bunch of Harry Potter ones, like, oh, my other car is a broomstick, or you know, House Gryffindor, or if you get, or it's something stupid, you know, like that doesn't make sense and barely should be a bumper sticker.
These visuals are too strong.
I've been noticing that as of lately you've been on a real Harry Potter hate campaign.
Yeah, it's not that I hate Harry Potter. Like I read it when I was younger. It's just that I hate people using it to compare to other things like politics. Number one.
Right. Oh no, yeah, for sure.
It's not a political book at all. It's a kid's book, and also the most recent example that I put up was one where they were saying that the monster from It reminds me a whole bunch of this Harry Potter character, and it's totally just this Harry Potter character, and I'm like, It came out as a book well before Harry Potter, like, and it's the size of like 3 Harry Potter books, maybe 4, and so you can't just compare it and say, oh, it's totally like Harry Potter, like acting like Harry Potter is the thing that came out original and is the better book. I mean, it's not a great book either, but the Harry Potter books aren't like a magnum opus either. Like they're made for like a 5th, 6th grade reading level.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they gradually, like, just play devil's advocate for a second. They gradually became more mature.
Well, I mean, her writing style became better as she went on. Obviously, you know, I mean, she got better at writing, and you use a little bit, you know, as the book progressed. You know, you kind of grow up with the characters a little bit more. And yes, there's a little bit of a shift, but I mean, still, it's still not much more than like a 6th, 7th, grade reading level. It's nothing hard, you know, and it's nothing too meaningful. I mean, oh yes, it's a story about self-sacrifice and friendship and, you know, things like that. And yeah, I mean, we've seen it about 1,000,000 times. And yes, it's an original story, but it just kind of like acting like, oh yeah, everything is relatable to Harry Potter. It's like, well, maybe because the things you're talking about are older than Harry Potter, and she stole those ideas from other things.
No, like, I'm not trying to detract from your point whatsoever, because you're totally correct. It's like, yeah, like, she did eventually step up her writing a bit, but no, like, you're right.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing either, you know, because you put the things you like and try and make them your own. I mean, that's fine, you know, but I just hate fan bases and how I can't get away from them unless I just completely turn my computer off. It's just, ugh.
Do you know what I just realized? Harry Potter is the JoJo of the Western world. Is this a Harry Potter?
No,
Is
you're
this
wrong.
a Harry Potter reference?
Well, actually, no, you're right, because she started writing more books now.
Yeah, there you go.
I was about to say, no, Harry Potter ended. Oh, no, wait, it hasn't. That's right, there's still more movies coming out.
There you go, man.
And they also have that Potter World, or Pottermore, or whatever it is,
Pottermore,
online,
yeah.
where you can make up your own Harry Potter fan fiction and hope that J.K. Rowling browses over it.
So is J.K. Rowling just like a bit too stuck up to use fanfiction.net, or like what's?
No, she wants one central area that's just made for her, so she can stroke her giant ego while reading anything Harry Potter, saying, "I made these children the way they are."
We are all children of Mother Rowling.
Yep.
So is this just going to be like a Harry Potter cast or what?
No. I'm taking aim, man. I'm not pulling any punches.
That's fair.
Fire from the hip.
Like, while I have it in my mind,
Yep. Go on.
I'm just gonna mention the final powers that we came up with.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
man.
I'm sorry, we went on
So
a huge tangent.
Surt's quirk is gonna be called Ragnarok, which the reasoning behind that is because he's going to treat every battle like it's the final battle. Like, this battle is the battle to end them all. Even if it's just against some goon, he'll go not full power, because he's going to have this limit that if he ever goes full power, the entire world will be engulfed in flame, and not only he, but everyone else will die. So he has to hold back.
So he's basically Moomin Rider.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, he's not the strongest hero because he has to hold back, but he's also not the strongest hero because he does have a problem with the villains of the world, and he wants to kind of eradicate all villains. So the first hero would have the kind of sympathy of knowing, well, yes, I don't like villains, but I understand why they might exist. Surt, on the other hand, kind of seen as an
You're cutting in and out, John.
even if I have.
John, you're cutting again, buddy.
Where you at, John? I can't hear you.
Then, of course, his powers are he has fire, obvious, but the interesting one is because of the character that I made, he's also a common writer, so he has a henshin, and is going to be funny because you're going to see him at first. He's like 12 feet tall, super muscular and everything. But when he henshins into the Common Rider form, that's when he gets like the Common Rider kind of small body. But that's going to be the more powerful form because he has more control over his powers when he's in the Rider form. And then finally we have the last power that I can remember called Release the Kraken, which we haven't fully decided what that power is going to be yet.
How about just releasing the Kraken?
Well, I mean, he hasn't found the One Piece, so he hasn't gained control of the Kraken yet.
He's not going to find the One Piece for at least 5 or so more years.
And then we have the kind of Necro character. At first, he was going to be a One Punch Man like character, so he was going to be a Saitama.
Yeah.
But then I was like, yeah, you're putting Saitama into a Dungeons and Dragons game. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that does sound pretty terrible, actually.
So now he's playing a teacher who's kind of a spy for the heroes, so he goes onto the villain side. So he's quote unquote anti-hero in My Hero Academia's world. Since the closest one we kind of had to that was maybe Stain.
So can we talk about these two images that I just found?
Listen, dude, I fucking told you we need to get on this shit.
I know we do.
We need to get on this shit.
So apparently the Jaden Smith anime not only talks about genders being a spectrum, but also has a giant Toblerone, which doesn't make him sound like a rich asshole at all.
Hold on. I thought I heard you say Jaden Smith anime.
Yeah.
Yes! That's what this is, dude. It's called Neo Yokio, and I am pushing for this.
No!
No, dude. Yes. Yes.
I don't want it.
It's too bad it's already made, dude.
I don't want it.
Here's another screen cap. Look at this. Look at this crap.
Put Jaden Smith back in the wind.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't want Decayed, and we still got that.
Oh.
Fuck. It doesn't look good.
It literally looks like a crappy like 2005 or actually no, maybe like 2010 anime, like a really cheap one just done for like.
I'd go like as far back as like 95.
No, they didn't have as. They didn't have that good of digital coloring back then.
Like I would rather watch Pokemon like I would rather watch Pokemon Season 1 than like okay, no, like I want to watch this for like ironic purposes, but if it was just going off visuals and like nothing else, then I would rather watch Pokemon Season 1.
It looks like an anime only available on Amazon Prime.
Wait, is it on Netflix? I think is it on Netflix?
Dude, it's on Netflix.
Yeah. It is?
Yep.
Yep.
Fuck.
Neo.
Are you
Neo
watching
Yokio.
Duel Master animation?
No.
I'm familiar.
I
yeah.
am also familiar.
Didn't Duel Masters have that PS2 game? Is Duel Masters just
Yes.
a rip off?
Yeah, it's just,
with
yeah.
fucking. It had Shaq in it, pretty much.
As someone who has played both Duel Masters and Yu-Gi-Oh in his lifetime, I can confirm to you that like, yes, more or less like the same, especially visually.
I love Duel Masters because I hated Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, okay.
Well, Duel Masters was weird because it was like a combination of like Yu-Gi-Oh and like Magic the Gathering like combined because they had a mana system.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was about to mention that.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. I mean, it was surprisingly easy to play, but also they didn't balance a lot of the cards. So if you got like some really OP cards, you just like killed everybody else in middle school.
The thing that I recall best about fucking Duel Masters, I'm gonna put up the image, is the strongest monster in that game was called the Billion Degree Dragon.
Oh yeah, I
Its
remember.
design was fucking fantastic design. I'm gonna try and boot up an image. It was cool to me back when I was a kid.
When I take a closer look at the face there of the Jane Smith character, I think I can recreate that exact face in Adventure Quest.
No, of course.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's a Venture Quest animation. Just read that scene that I just found.
Sorry, Jaden Smith, your shit is jank and busted.
It looks like the Boondocks. It was a little bit more like anime.
So, Josiah, please, dude, like, dude, like, as easily the biggest Boondocks fan here right now, I'm getting a little upsetty with what you just
Hey,
said.
I'm not saying, the Boondocks was a cheaply made show, okay? It was a great show. It was well written. Don't get me wrong. But it was, it was cheaply made. I'm just saying the animation, like, the cell quality,
Like, as I've been watching the Boondocks and going over and enjoying it, like, I have found myself, like, thinking fairly often, like, it's not as well animated as I remember it being, apart from, like, the occasional fight scene where the animation
skyrocketed.
perfect. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
There's
Like
a lot of good still shots too. It's just like a lot of the common, like walking around and just doing normal stuff is pretty lazy.
Yeah. Plenty of bad walking animations and stuff like that. But the writing was so fucking good that it's like I can forgive.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what's everyone been up to in their daily lives? What are you guys playing and watching nowadays?
Well, I watched Terraformers live action movie.
Oh yeah.
Why would you ever do such a thing?
All right, so I got a story about this. So back when the anime first came out, I got really into Terraformers.
Yeah, the first one that was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I got into it actually outside the anime. Because I had seen it and I was like, whatever. And then I saw it I saw the manga in Barnes and Noble and I picked it up. And I got really into
great.
it. And once I heard about that live action movie, like back when it was supposed to actually come out, I looked for it for like an entire fucking year. And for a year, I could only find it raw. I could not find the English sub until like weeks ago. Yeah, it was right under my nose on Kiss Asian. I just never thought to check that, and it never showed up in search results. And
I think it's still available.
So I went into this movie, and I really, because of the year that I spent looking for it, I really needed it to be an extreme. I needed it to be either really good, or I needed to be extremely bad, and it was neither. And that's the most upsetting thing.
Yeah, it was just mediocre. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just like the latest season of it.
No, it's the first arc of the manga, which is the OVAs.
No. I know what you're talking about, but it's just like there was the newest season of it came out like 2 seasons ago, and it was just mediocre. The animation was so bad though. Like literally, they've always had like CGI cockroaches in some of the scenes. But in this one, they just went and just threw out all their old assets and just like made new ones that were just terrible. And it was just bad. Like literally, like every time the cockroaches would walk and they were CG, like it looks like their hips were breaking. Like it was a bad Gmod, basically.
I stopped watching about halfway through, and I just started about the time that they introduced that second ending song, that second OP, and I just watched the OP and then turned the rest of it off. But that was a really good OP.
I would definitely recommend doing that.
The live action movie was really weird though. It had the effects I thought were pretty good in the live action movie. It did some weird things, like it Japan washed the entire cast. And what I mean, and I don't mean it just cast everybody as Japanese people. I mean it changed all the characters to Japanese.
Yeah.
Except for the Russian. Which I would have been okay if they made everybody Japanese, if it was consistent. Or if they made everybody Japanese and said, hey, they're all still different races. Like there's a character from Africa. If they showed me that Asian chick and told me she was from Africa and then told me all the other characters were from their respective countries, I would have been like, that's fine.
I could use my imagination. I'm cool,
Yeah, that's right.
But they didn't. They also had one guy speak English like for the early part of the movie. Just no one questioned it, and he stopped. I'd say about 20 or so minutes in. So I just found this out today. It had Mako from Pacific Rim.
Oh really?
Okay.
Yeah, she was in that. She was the South African. She was supposed to be the South African chick that I mentioned.
Oh, I feel bad for her then.
Yeah.
That's not a good step in the direction.
She got paid.
Well, I mean, hopefully it was just while, they were on hiatus for filming Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Just picked up some quick cash,
Yeah.
Which hiatus will end first, Pacific Rim 2 or Berserk?
Oh, Pacific Rim 2, duh.
You're too right, man.
I don't think Guillermo del Toro is addicted to the Love Live games.
But we can't confirm that he's not.
Yes, that's very true. Oh man, but
yeah.
No, yeah, I'm a huge. I still read the Terraformers manga. I'm up to date with it. I love every like the whole thing. It's so sad the way the anime's
Yeah.
gone, and
Yeah.
like you said, like the first season, like the first half was really well done, and well, not super well done, but well enough
It was
done.
terrible. Yeah.
And and then after that, like I think the last one was Terraform Mars Revenge was the most recent one, and like I was telling you, so bad. Like they put everybody in 3D models. They put everybody in CGI it was like the new Berserk basically. They used copious amounts of CGI and then used really crappy animation for the still photos and like some of the walking and battles and stuff like that. It was unwatchable. Oh.
I just recommend looking if you're going to get into Terraform Mars, and you want to get through it quick. Watch the first season. Read the manga, and then watch the butt crack scene in the second season.
Oh yeah.
And then listen to the second OP from the second season.
While you're reading
Because
the rest of the manga.
That is an amazing OP.
It is. What else? No, it reminds me so much of how just like Gantz too. Gantz got a live action film recently as well, and it had an all right anime until like the second half of it, and it was and the manga is amazing. Gantz's manga is like astounding. It's like one of my top 20 favorite mangas of all time is Gantz, and so I mean it's like every generation there's this really cool manga that just gets the shit treatment after like
Death Note.
Yeah, I've seen it on Netflix. It's amazing with the English actors.
Really?
It's so edgy, and I'm a teenager, and it relates to me so well.
Right. I see what you're doing now. I see what you're doing. You had me for a second there.
No, come on, man. I'm Mr. Anime, of course. Well, here's the big thing, though, Chris. Where do you stop watching the original anime for Death Note?
I've not watched the original anime. I've not consumed anything Death Note.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's good up. Well, there's a point where something happens, and everybody's either on one side of the fence on this. Either you stop watching at that point, or you keep going through Naruto and Bleach style fillers that don't have anything to do with the original source material, that just makes the show go on for an unnecessary long amount of time until you get to the final finale, which is terrible.
All right. Do you guys mind if I ask a question? Okay. I'm gonna preface this by saying that I have not watched, but I have heard from the grapevine this thing that happens where people often drop it afterwards. Do any of you plan to watch it soon, or do you mind if I just straight up ask like about this scene?
I plan to watch it, but I
Okay.
only plan to watch it after seeing the live action movie, so I don't really care.
Okay, yeah. All right, so Josiah, now is this scene that you're talking about after Blank dies? You know who
Yeah,
I'm
that is the dividing point. Is after that certain somebody dies.
Okay, yeah. All right. I think I know what you're talking. All right. I do know what you're talking.
Yeah, everybody who's seen at least the first season knows exactly. Well, Blank dies in the second season, but I mean, it's just I got so many arguments in high school about that. It wasn't even funny. Like, it's like, oh, but Blank filler character is such a good character. I'm like, he's not. He's just there for convenience. Literally, he's just like Blank, but just crappier, and he's just there to fill, to make more episodes so people watch. It's just, it's so terrible. It's like, hey, look at these two really cool, really edgy characters that they actually get right in the original anime, just like the manga. And then, oh, okay, Blank dies, and now we're going to introduce two other really edgy characters that don't work at all, and you hate, and nobody likes, except for the fangirls, because guess what? That's all it's for.
All right, I got you.
Now I'll get off my soapbox now.
No, it's all right. Man, if you've seen some dumb bullshit within fan bases and you've got to vent, then you've got to vent, man. Because I understand how that feels like.
That's why I try to stick in small groups of people that I actually know in person when it comes to like fan groups and discussing stuff that I like. Because you get into the bigger fan base and it's like, oh, you guys are terrible.
Yeah, that's probably healthier.
Yeah, it's so funny how you know we have you know Hypus 2.0. We had the Great Purge.
We did Purge.
And even then, we still have our little niches and little like groups inside the group that we all just kind of hang out with. You know, private chats.
Good chats.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that was pretty big. How many people do we have in the new group here? I wonder how many people. I haven't even looked at the old group since I left it. There's 124 members. We went from 880 something members down to 124 of the regulars. That's astonishing. Of course, like 90. I wouldn't say 90. Maybe 70% of those 800 and whatever were just people who you know didn't interact at all.
Yep.
Yeah, there were several people that I invited just because I was like, hey, this group is amazing. You guys need to get in.
And
Got in. They were like, I don't care.
and,
Yeah, my roommate, he's a creep. He's a creep on there. He just watches, you know. He's a lurker.
I stopped after someone got my account deleted.
like in the group got your account deleted.
Yeah, because I posted that video of Reaper saying his alt in like different languages, and this guy got super salty and reported
Why?
me because my actual name's not Common Rider Black Wolf. So I couldn't get that account back.
What?
So I had to make a new one.
Oh, wow. All right,
Salt,
then.
man.
I can't
Salt.
respond to that because I don't even know what to say.
No one speak any other languages than mine.
Yeah. Woo! That's
Plus, I'm part of the Tokotatsu group, and they never, ever have bullshit there. I mean, everyone loves each other, and
They don't get in arguments daily or anything like that.
Yeah. Michi's totally not a problem.
Michi's the only problem, man.
Fucking asshole.
No, but I really like you know the condensed group. You know our 2.0. It's nice. We have good admins who actually do things.
aw, you're too sweet to me.
Of course, we all are really good and well mannered in this group and know each other pretty well. So not a lot of big shit happens anyways. So
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I haven't looked at the group since I posted that first review.
No. it's cool.
The Fant 4-stick review, I think it was. That I posted there, and I'm not. I said I was going to post more of the reviews, and I haven't. There's no reason that I haven't done that.
On your own time, man. It's all good. That reminds
I
me.
have plenty of time to do it. It takes like 5 minutes. It takes a few seconds. It's just a matter of me putting the file, clicking the file, and dragging it over to Facebook, and I just don't want to do it.
No, like that's the big catch though. Like if something is so easy and convenient to do, then it's so easy to go like, there's absolutely no reason why I can't do it tomorrow. It's gonna take 5 minutes. What difference? Oh well, there's absolutely no reason why I can't do it the next day. And then it just, dude. As someone who has procrastinated his way through a quarter of his life, I know full fucking well where you're coming from with this. Full well. It's hard. It's hard to beat. It's not easy, man.
I'm committed to the bit that I won't upload the Star Wars review where I call out Spencer.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, not
yeah.
Spencer. Sterling. Sorry.
There's Sterling.
oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, because you had a beef about the gosh,
He said it was the most okay movie. He said the new Star Wars is the most okay movie he'd ever seen. I'm like,
what was it? Was it Rogue One or the other one?
It was Episode 7.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I
yes.
no one else involved in the review knew who I was talking about, and I just go off on them, and they're like, what? I'm like, it's fine. Our target audience will know.
Those who this information is made for are gonna understand who I'm throwing shade on right now.
Oh man.
You never see it, you'll always hear about it.
But speaking of, those who know will understand. I have this friend, a coworker I used to work with, who's, he's a friend, but not like a really close friend or anything like that. And man, oh man, people know that I post a whole bunch of like heavy satire and like really deep memes on my Facebook page and my personal Facebook page. And so, and every time I post something, he's like, "Oh, da 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 da," or "Oh, I don't understand, but it looks cool," or da da. He's like my grandma, like.
What is this meme, Josiah? I haven't seen this.
I know, and I'm like, I'm like, come on, I don't want to explain it. I don't want to talk to you. I don't.
God, it's the Billy and Mandy porn meme. Get your shit together.
Just send them a link to Know Your Meme.
Yeah, do it.
It wouldn't help. The thing is, you just don't engage because he'll just try and start a conversation about it, about how he still drinks beer and still has cats and da 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 da. And I mean, he's a nice guy, but I mean, he's not a great guy to sit down and have a conversation with. Let me just put it that way. And
Josiah, are you in as nice a way as possible, trying to avoid saying that he's a normie?
I wouldn't. Well, yeah. I mean, he is the definition of a normie, but I'm not saying he's bad or anything like that. He's neutral normie, true neutral.
Well, like normies aren't bad. Like if they didn't exist, then elitists like us wouldn't even have any point in in their title, because we need someone to. We need somebody to compare off. Like,
well, I don't know.
Like if we're the monsters who are too deep in this, then we need people who aren't too deep in this to compare ourselves to. So normies are healthy in the bigger picture.
You say that, but I mean, big man Tyrone, he declared war on normies and hasn't called arms off yet. So until that happens, I've got to declare war on normies. So it's just me it's just me fulfilling my duty to big man Tyrone.
You heard it here first, Mom. Stop posting Minions meme, please. Please.
Oh, my mom's the best on Facebook. She only gets on there once a month. She never asks me about anything. She's like, "Oh, I saw you went to so-and-so movie on Facebook. That was nice." So whenever I post real people pictures, and she only ever comments on that stuff. Everything else she just ignores. She's the best mom.
That's cool.
No, but getting back to the whole hypest thing, like that's how this thing was started. Was just, I think the original count was 9 people on the podcast, which is ridiculous. Number one, I mean, how do you shuffle through all those voices? Yeah, and recording was a nightmare. I heard from Jacob, and I mean, you can still watch it. It's still up, the original podcast on the YouTube channel. But I mean, it was just a podcast for us, just for people, to listen to who, didn't normally speak with everybody or this or that, or just to get a little bit more of like a comfortable conversation going.
That's pretty rational to do things that way. And to be honest with you, while we're on the topic, before I totally forget to mention this, I just want to put it out there. If you guys think of any ideas for events or shit like that I can host in the new group, then throw them out there, because all that I've really thought to do so far is hey, I'll host a stream or do a game of this or whatever. So if you guys think of a way to make the group better, then run it by me and I'll try and put together what I can, because we haven't really done much yet. And there's nothing wrong with that per se, but I wouldn't mind helping this expand further.
Well, thinking of, I'm gonna throw one at you right now. Thinking back to John D&D and me wanting to get into D&D.
Okay.
Have you ever considered that?
From what I understand, that's already been covered by a couple people. I think that Alex is the D&D guy.
Yeah.
For the,
Alright.
Yeah.
I had
He's
no
he's
idea.
a,
Like I
he's a
said,
huge DM guy.
I haven't really been too involved in the group,
Yeah, it's fair.
so need to fix that.
Time to get back, brother. But
Time to keep reading the Star Wars review.
Like, to be honest, like I was just thinking today, like once we have a time for like more of us that are interested in talking about this, to like sit down and actually all watch this together, I am 100% down to make a Neo Yokio.
that's what I was just thinking of.
Watch together of Neo Yokio. Let's fucking do it. I wouldn't mind that at all. I haven't done a watch together in like a fucking hot minute. So
It's been a month or
I-
so,
I'm-
maybe a month and a half.
since I've thrown something together, yeah.
It's just hard. We tried to do those game nights, but then everybody just wasn't down, and it was too hard to stream too because there's at least 6-second lag no matter where you're streaming from, and so a lot of those like Jack in the Box games, like group games, where you have to be there or be online. It's like it's really hard to
Yep.
get that.
No.
See, that's just the hardest thing is just. That sort of thing. Because a lot of us have different consoles or just play PC, and a lot of us live quite a bit. I mean, the closest person that lives to me is Katie Bass.
Okay.
And she lives about 2 hours from where I am. And then after that, the closest person that lives to me is, what's her name? She came back when we made the new group. Gosh, what's her name? Her and Lena used to be really, really big. She lives up in Wichita.
I know who you're talking about. Oh God.
So I think her name starts with a B. Let me just look up in the old SAF chat here on Discord because she was on that for a while. Let me see here. There.
Well, I mean, even Matt and I live quite a ways away.
It was Bronwyn.
Bronwyn, yeah.
Yeah.
As for me, I have had the pleasure seeing. Okay, like to be honest with you guys, Mississauga and Brampton are so fucking close to one another that like there is no space in between them. Like you go through Mississauga, then like you go far enough down one street and you're in Brampton. And since he lives in Brampton, Brian and I have had the pleasure of meeting up at Anime North in Mississauga once.
Yeah, I remember
that was a fucking blast. Oh, it's cool, man. Like he's a really cool guy. So that was nice. Like I guess for me because the two of us are like half an hour away. So.
Oh yeah. Also, or talking about Brian. It's I sent him a friend request like 8 months ago, and he still hasn't replied to me. And also, he likes every single one of my posts on the Hypest, but will not friend me. So I'm calling him out.
So some people do
prefer
to keep to themselves a little bit more. So I can't fault him for that. But yeah, I guess.
It's not like he's not on Facebook.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
On the topic of people we've met in the Hypest, I've been friends with Ben Picari since 10th grade, and I'm the one who brought him into the Hypest. He's my Hypest son.
Dude, Chris, I didn't know that, so I have to say right now, like, fucking thank you, because in hindsight, like, in the group, Ben is honestly, like, one of my best friends, so I didn't know that. It's fucking awesome, man.
He's a great dude. I'm glad to have him back
Yeah.
nearby.
Ben and I click on pretty much, like, everything. Like, everything. It's fucking great. Love that guy.
Yeah, so well, it's been a while before since we've gotten like a big contributor in the group. I think the last one was Christina, who just like came out of nowhere. Of course, I came out of nowhere. I wasn't invited. I just found the place and just asked to join, and of course Spencer immediately added me.
Spencer also added me, and he invited me.
Okay, so he invited you. Okay, I mean, like, how did you guys like stumble upon the Hypest? Because like I said, I just like found it on Facebook. Like, I was looking for like a group to join because I was watching a whole bunch of two best friends play
Yeah.
back in the day, and I was just like, oh yeah, let me look for a fan group on Facebook and see, if there's other people and get memes and stuff like that.
Yeah, it
I
popped up in my search, my suggested groups, and I was like, oh hey, the Hypest. That's something that they say. That's probably related to them.
I might as well pose the question while we're on here. Out of the four of us here, how many of them still keep up with their content? Because I do on a fairly regular basis. So I'm curious about the rest of it.
I
keep up
try
with this
to.
one. I've started getting into their individual streams and stuff.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. I have kind of fallen off. I used to listen to podcasts religiously, but I've just been, I don't know, I've been going back and going to a whole bunch of YouTubers I've been neglecting. I've gotten back into Mega 64 a whole bunch and got caught back up with them. I got caught back up with Red Letter Media after dropping them off for a while. And I don't know, that's just kind of how I am. It just depends on what season it is. I watch their stuff like every once in a while, and like a couple of things a month. But I'm just not that deep in. I think it's like I almost like know their personalities too well now.
Yeah, okay.
And so it just got a little stale for me. And but I'll probably go back to them soon, and just go through all their crap again and get caught back up. That's just the way I cycle through YouTube.
I am actually in the process of like since I usually watch their playthroughs like way late, way after the hype for them have passed. I am actually out in the process of seriously watching their Naruto the Broken Bond playthrough.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That is a strong one. It's pretty good jokes in there.
Oh yeah. Also, of course, I religiously watch the Shitstorm each year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That's something I haven't missed since like 2012.
Yeah. Spooktober's coming up real quick.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for me, I just, because I'm so focused on my health these days, and running two D&D campaigns, two Kingdom Death Monster games, a Starfinder game, a Pathfinder game, two Pokemon the board game things, which are still going on.
Nice.
Because we're literally trying to.
Jesus.
I have so much shit done.
Now, when you say collect them all, are you talking
I'm trying to invest.
like a season 1 or current?
I'm trying. This.
You're cutting out there.
Yeah, sorry. Wizard 101's time right now as well, while I have subscription.
Okay.
No, but when you say you're trying to catch them all for your game, like are you talking current or just season 1 of a Pokemon or a Gen 1 rather?
They have those little Pog cardboard circles or whatever with the Pokemon on them.
I forgot about
And
those.
we're literally trying to collect every single one of them
Ooh,
between two of us.
ooh. Fucking-
And we have an extended one that goes from season 1, because tabletop, they can make their own stuff.
Oh yeah.
So it goes from season 1 to season 5 or something. So it has that and 10 legendaries to catch as well. So
Good.
yeah, it's a lot. But I mean, I tried to keep up with the best friends, but the only person I've really been able to keep up with is Joel from Vine Sauce.
Oh yeah.
But that's just because he plays a lot of stuff that I like, and I watched a few things from Liam from his Ryzen Superstar stream.
I am genuinely happy that his stream has his own a niche, a success and a following. Because I was a little worried after he broke off that he could break into obscurity, but
Yeah.
he's doing all right for himself. That's good.
So I think the people that I keep up with the most, if I think about it, and if I'm thinking about over the last 2 or 3 months, is the SAF podcast. I listen to that whenever we come up with something. So I'll be listening to this while working on some art or whatever else I'm doing.
Well, hey, if you didn't have like at least a bit of like brand loyalty, then it would be like, why are you even part of this? Well, like, no, that's actually too mean. That's a little mean. I'm sorry. Like, I take that back, but no, like, you're right. Like,
no, I'll probably listen to it regardless.
Yeah. We're cool. We come up with good stuff, I think.
So there's Liam, Joel, Vinny. I guess I watch his stuff too when I can. I guess out of the people that I've been listening to the most, which, by the way, it's literally listening to, because when I go downstairs to work out, I'm listening, to like a podcast or something.
Yeah.
So that or Common Writer music, of course.
I can relate pretty strong because, like in both regards actually, because like when I'm on the way to work, for me it's consistently like either the Friendcast that I'm listening to, and if it's not that, then it's almost always Persona music. So no, like I'm more or less living your life just in a slightly different category. So yeah,
I've only listened to like 2 of the Best Friend podcasts.
My job allows me to listen to music throughout the night, and I routinely listen to the podcast like day of, and then after that, it's just around listening to all kinds of stuff. Recently, I started listening to audio books, which are pretty great.
Nice.
Been through some Star Wars audiobooks.
Well, if I could recommend some podcasts, I would recommend Schmucks. It's run by Psychic Pebbles. He always has some fun guests on there. It's very slow. He only does one like once a month. But when he does it, it's really good. And he has like a lot of great guests on. I think he had Ethan from H3H3. He had JonTron on there. He's had like a whole bunch of like different guys from all over YouTube on his podcast so far. I think there's like 5 or 6 out so far.
I'm curious, Josiah, did he have one on post-drama or pre-drama?
Oh, post. This is very recent.
Okay, cool, right on. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, the dramas died down a whole bunch on good old JonTron. Thankfully, he seems to kind of dodge most of it now. And back to making. He's doing like actual like real stuff now, so his schedule's really slow, and like always, I mean, it's never like he was putting out content quickly at all, anytime. But
quality over quantity, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean, especially now since
that he lost.
Especially now since YouTube is basically trying to bankrupt itself. It's not like. I'm really glad that he has actual professional work, and that kind of helps him keep out of that drama, and he just pops in every once in a while, with his friends online, and so that's really cool. Also, another podcast I would recommend is the Super Mega podcast done by the good boys, the Super Mega, Ryan Watson and Matthew McGee, and they are the guys who do the editing for the Game Grumps, and so they're great. They're really great editors, and they have their own like playthroughs every once in a while. And basically, they raid the Game Grumps library and play games that they've already played before, but just like do like 1 or 2 episodes. I think they're going through Yoshi's Island right now, but their podcast is really fun because where their apartment is in LA or just outside of LA, or maybe San Diego, I can't remember. They have an active homeless population, so they go through like the homeless update of the week, in which they tell you the adventures the homeless people done outside of their apartment.
That sounds like a fun segment.
And also,
that they brought in homeless people as guests, and that would have been even better.
No, they no, because most of them are pretty like clinically insane. And some of them even like disappear for months because they've been sent off to mental centers and then get released and get back on the streets. But also they've had a lot of weird guests on there, including they're really good friends with Chris O'Neill, Oni NG, and Ding Dong and Julian.
Oh, good.
From Oni Plays, and so they're on the podcast quite often.
Hello,
You there?
Chris.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Now, let's not forget, people, that while he is also doing the podcast, our boy Chris is also poised to take over Dairy Queen once and for all, so we have to let him concentrate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's got to do his thing right now, but also with Super Mega, they've also had Ian Heckcox's from Smosh. His girlfriend was on there. Who, if you don't know, she's one of the regulars on Smosh Gaming, which I think most of us here are too old.
Sorry about that.
To be in that sort of demographic, but I mean, if you remember, Smosh was like the #1 channel, like it was right behind PewDiePie since forever. As far as subscribers, and so gosh, they've had a lot of weird guests, just like also just random from people they've met through the Game Grumps on stuff, and they also do a lot of live action comedy as well. They went and they played Pokemon Go at Area 51.
That sounds great.
It isn't like they go. They go. Let me give you a little like teaser here. They go and they try and like get it, and then suddenly all their cell phone signal drops, and so they go later at night, and then like they turn on all the lights because you can only get within a certain range of it, and then it tells you to turn back, and so they're right there at that range in the middle of nowhere, and at night, and they get so spooked because the guards keep on like looking at it. It's so funny. Oh, it's.
Yeah. Fuck.
But they're also the ones that did My Two Lovely Uncles. That was them with Chris O'Neill, and yeah, they're really like into music and doing like live comedy skits and just doing whatever when they're not working for the Game Grumps. So, like I said, their editing prowess is pretty good. They're really good with that jump cut, and they're really original. Unlike a lot of the other guys, they've done like a lot of weird. They've started a lot of stuff that you see in other people, like some of the weirder editing styles. And so I've been getting into them a whole bunch lately and trying to catch up because they've only been around for like a year as Super Mega, or a year, maybe 2 years now. And so there's not a lot of content to digest. There's a good amount of it, but not like trying to catch up with like the Super Best Friends at this point.
Yeah.
But no, I would recommend their Super Mega Cast and Schmucks, because those are two podcasts. Whenever they go up, I'm like, okay, I'm listening.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't have full context on what it's about, though. Like I can imagine it's going to be wrestling related stuff. But I have been curious about trying Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast. Like, I don't know.
I had him.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Like I still don't know if that was just one episode or not, but I do know that it exists, and I'm like tempted to give it a shot.
So, I had my roommate a year ago in college. He had the WWE Network, and he would just leave it on all the time. And he did the Stone Cold. They do video episodes of the Stone Cold podcast. And it's basically him bringing in WWE superstars and just talking to them about just them, really. Stories, just them outside of the WWE, things that happen backstage in the WWE. That, of course, doesn't make them look bad, of course. And yeah, just that kind of stuff. It's really interesting if you kind of want to get to know a superstar.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd give that a shot, man. Sounds good.
Plus, they held a whole episode on talking about Chris Benoit.
Oh boy, I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah, so they're giving like their honest opinions of how they actually felt Benoit was as a person, like before the murders and stuff like that. hit that I've been listening to the most for podcast wise is Takahata 101.
Good old
does
Chris
D&D group.
Benoit.
He calls it the Unexpectables. I can't remember the entire group, but he has like Monty, which is his actual like life, like blood sister, who's their DM. She does a really great job. They have Gaijin Goomba, who's playing like a ninja-like character.
I've heard
Something Snake.
I've heard stories about this guy Goomba.
And then I can't remember the other one. I feel bad, but I honestly can't remember. And then of course you have Takahata, who's playing an orc. And this D&D session plays more out like a cartoon than an actual D&D session.
Yeah.
Like you'd go to Critical Role and it sounds like a D&D session. Like when you have, I don't know, is Matt Mercer the one who does McCree's voice?
I believe he is.
Yes, I believe
Because
so.
he's the DM of that. And they actually beat them in views at one point. So that one actually sounds like a D&D session, the one with Matt Mercer. Like he actually makes it sound like a really good, high quality D&D group. So if you want like just pure D&D, like you watch Critical Role. But if you want like fun, cartoony, weird things happening, then The Unexpectables is really great because, you know, it's like Takahata and even Gaijin Goomba and them do good jobs voicing the characters, acting out the characters, because, you know, most of them are voice actors for Team 4-Star. It's like, I guess Gaijin Goomba is now officially a part of Team 4-Star. And he's actually moving out to be at their office.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah. It's really interesting to listen to, and they do a really good job. And it's only 14 episodes right now, but they just go every week. So that's what I've been listening to when working out. Because like I'm listening and then seeing it in my mind as a cartoon. So you're visualizing this cartoon as you're like running for an hour. It's a great way to kill time.
Just trying to distract yourself while you're working out.
Yeah, and it really helps me like build as myself as a dungeon master, right? So
Yeah, get hungry,
maybe
boy.
eventually I have to listen to the Critical Role one as well with the Matt Mercer, but when I tried to, they were doing the exact same session that I was doing with my other group, and I wanted no spoilers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess out of anyone that I've been listening to / watching YouTube-wise right now, it's Takahata, I guess.
That's fair.
Actually, there was
sir.
there was a podcast that I listened to for a little bit. It was actually run by the OK Cupid people. It was just like a whole bunch of like weird statistics and like funny stories that people had, and like interviews from actual users and stuff like that. It was just really interesting, and they were like short, like 20-minute podcasts, you know. And so sometimes I listen to those when I was like driving to work and stuff like that. I think they only did like a small series for a little bit. I don't think they're still doing it, but it was it was just pretty entertaining at the time. There's a lot of like little podcasts that you can just pick up on SoundCloud for stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't travel as much as I did previously, so I just haven't been. Just slamming all the podcasts that I want to.
Yeah. Still not as good as our podcast. One day they'll. Hey.
I hear those boys at SAF got that guy who directed Batman. What can those other podcasts say?
Nothing. Not in comparison, anyways. Just not in the same tier, really.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I don't listen to enough podcasts to know how they do things.
That's all good. What video games have you guys been playing out?
I picked up Absolver.
Yo, that game like straight up looks like exactly my kind of thing. I just haven't
amazing.
gotten around to it yet.
It's amazing when it works.
Yeah.
It's had some lag issues, some server issues, and they're pretty bad when they happen. The first day I got it, I played it all day, no problems. Next day I got it, I played it for maybe about 30 minutes. I lagged for a bit during the 3-on-1 fight and died. Some guy came over, helped me up, and was going to help me with the other guys, and I could not attack.
And like,
So-
I have to be honest, like for a game that is clearly about like very precise, very well timed one-on-one, 2, 3, whatever, but like very precise timed like a melee combat. Like even a bit of lag, I'm sure would be like a huge problem. Right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad when it's like that. I mean, I haven't experienced it too much. I noticed like online a lot of people are complaining about it. So personally, in hindsight, I probably would have held off a bit more on buying it until I knew that the servers were a bit more stable. But like I said, I've been pretty okay.
That's good. Like, as far as like new games that I want to get into, like Absolver, like no word of a lie, has been like high up on the list for sure, because that was fucking right up my alley. Man. That game looks great. I just haven't really dived into it yet, but I'm sure it's gonna be fucking stuff.
It's great, man. Let me know when you get it. We can go do some grinding, because there's an area that I cannot even come close to getting by.
You do PS4,
Yeah,
PC?
PS4.
Good. I'm on PS4 too.
Yeah, we're friends on PS4.
PC is. Yes, we are. We are. Woo! Forgot about that for a second. So thank you.
Figuring
Yeah,
out
like
deep shit on the podcast today, huh?
I had forgotten, but yeah, like I'd love to get on Absolver with you. As for me, I am less than 200 SR away from hitting a platinum rank in Overwatch, so looking forward to flexing that Overwatch penis a little bit more, you know? Before the...
Man, what's this Overwatch shit you're talking about? Play Paladins.
I'm sorry, only real men play Battleborn.
No, the real men play Lawbreakers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's true. I have a level 20 Pendles on Battleborn.
I was upset. Knowing that Mick Gordon was on the soundtrack for Lawbreakers makes me sad.
Mick Gordon was on the soundtrack for that?
Yeah, he did a couple songs on the soundtrack for Lawbreakers. They're pretty good songs. Of course, they're good songs. It's Mick Gordon.
Yeah, well, yeah, fucking absolutely. I can't think of a single bad like Mick Gordon audio related like work like. Fucking
I can't think of a single like okay one. They're all good.
Fucking A, man. Mick Gordon's on that, alright.
Yeah, I feel like I have to support it. I could just buy the soundtrack like separate from the game though.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'm over 90 hours into good old Persona 5, and at the point that I'm at, I've come to the realization that for me this is less of like, you know, trying to fucking burn through this as fast as possible, and more me taking my time and just enjoying the fuck out of this. So I've been having that going on for a while. It's been a hell of a good time, but you know, Persona and Overwatch, as far as gaming is concerned, is more or less in my life now. Good time.
We still need to get our fight in
Yeah, do that.
Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was dazed out for a second. No, video games I've been playing. I'm playing GTA 5 with my college friends. They got new Smuggler's Run, with a whole bunch of crazy new airplanes, doing that GTA style. It's nuts. All the different type of planes you can buy now, and like, gosh, it's just like ridiculous. And we have fun. We make money. We do our thing. We level up our crew. We are Gotta Go Fast is our crew name, and my GTA character is based off of Knuckles, and I actually look like Knuckles. And my friend looks just like Sonic, and our two of our other friends, one of them looks like Tails, and the other guy's still trying to figure out who he wants to be. I keep on telling him to be Amy Rose or Silver. We won't let him become Shadow because he's not cool enough to be Shadow.
Okay. I was about to say, why don't you go with Shadow? He's got guns.
He's got guns.
Perfect for that world.
Shoot, bang, pow.
But no, he's not cool enough to be Shadow.
That is a fucking harsh blow. If you look at Shadow's character and how well he's actually written, if you're gonna sit him down and look him in the face and be like, "You're not cool enough to be this piece of trash," it's like, Jesus, man, you are fucking hard.
This is the same guy who like dies every other mission and doesn't apologize for it because he's just throwing grenades out of the car while we're doing a serious mission or like a stealth mission.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair now, because of Sonic Forces, anyone can have their own Sonic OC.
I mean, anybody could have their own Sonic OC before. I mean, that's why DeviantArt was created.
But now I can bring my OC to life and exercise my true ambivalence towards good and evil.
No, but besides GTA 5, I would play in a whole bunch of Sun and Moon again. I'm gonna get that freaking Charizard Mega Stone. I've been trying to beat the Battle Tree forever, and I keep like losing on like the like 18th fight because I had to beat 20 to get that stupid stone. And I'm getting my crew back and up for stats for the Ultra. I'm gonna get Ultra Moon when it comes out and transfer most of my stuff over. So, trying to make that perfect party, yo.
Just for a couple of seconds, bring it back to GTA 5.
Yeah.
Like I have been thinking for the past month or so. I kind of do lament the fact that my laptop kind of sucks, because if it did, then I would have without a doubt asked to join you on your escapades to Saga. So.
Oh, it's so easy now to level people up. Like we had a friend of a friend join us, and he started 3 weeks ago, and now he's up to level 87. I'm at level no, he's up to 73, but I'm at level 100 already. It's so easy once you know the ropes. It's like World of Warcraft basically. Once you know what to do, you can max level your character really easily.
Okay.
So it's not like there's a barrier to catch up. I mean, you still do have to make a lot of cash, but since there's a lot more patches and a lot more stuff that has come out, and money is easier to be acquired now than it was when the game first came out. It's a lot easier to start up than you would think. After, I mean, GTA has been out since 2013. It's been almost 4 years.
Online, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
I mean, it took it about a month for them to fix online and make it playable for everybody, from launch, because all their servers crashed the first night, and then they're having a whole bunch of bugs and had to patch it about many times, and they're still patching it to make it better. But I mean, it's been playable since about a month after the release.
I'm not surprised to hear that thing fucking crashed all to hell shortly after launch, because if you make GTA Online, of all things, then you need to prepare yourself for that kind of shit going down.
People love that San Andreas Online mod. So.
Oh yeah.
I'd fucking get on that. I fucking love San Andreas. No one is and I genuinely mean this, out of our social circle, because I have been keeping tabs. I have noticed that no one is a bigger fan and bigger supporter of the Big Smoke number 9 meme than I am. I'm fucking... God, I love that shit so much.
Who do you think's tagging you in all those memes, bro?
God, San Andreas. Yeah, absolutely. Fucking San Andreas. God, man. Top source of memes and top source of fun gameplay. What a great game. The gift that keeps on giving.
And we're getting back to Pokemon. I'm actually like, I am really hyped because it's I mean, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon isn't like it's not like, you know, Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. It's
Right.
gonna be an actual like continuation of Sun and Moon instead of just like a revamped version, and so that's gonna be awesome. And so it's just basically continuing off where this game ended with a lot new content with a lot of the same characters. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah, right now the current party that I'm running is Charizard, Garchomp, Ampharos, Decidueye, which is the Leaf Ghost starter, Hawlucha, and Lucario.
Shit, okay. Right on.
So, and I have a whole like freaking my I think my Pokedex right now is at 72%.
Like your national
Yeah.
Pokedex? Fuck, okay.
Yeah, I worked pretty hard on that, and then there's some that I just can't get from Sun, and there's some that have like a 1% encounter rate that I'm just like, shit, man, I don't have that kind of time on my hands.
I legit had no idea that you were this hard on Pokemon nowadays in like any regard. This is new to me.
Well, you know, like 2 years ago when, you know, Sun and Moon came out,
Shit, good point. Okay.
you know, Christine and I were posting like who could get their Pokedex, you know, completed faster all the time on the group. But that was when we were back in the big group anyway, so it may have just been mixed in. You may have not seen it or whatever, and it has been a while as well, so you may have just forgotten about it. But I mean, we were posting like every day saying, "Oh, I caught this. This is my party. Look, I just beat this boss, or did it? You know, I just beat this trainer." I mean, we were going at it on the group, and when this new one comes out, Christine and I will be back at it again, just slamming in every day on what we're doing in Pokemon.
Come to think of it, like I should have remembered that because shortly after it came out, didn't the two of us do the Pokemon cast together?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I'm fucking Jesus, man. Get your shit together. So, yeah, okay. Right on. Apart from that, I don't know about where you guys stand as far as anime is concerned, but I have been giving some serious consideration to start because ReZero looks like quite a lot of fun. Here tonight.
It is. It's very short.
Good. I am like I do want to watch it because it looks genuinely like well animated and just like intriguing in general. But one specific character is a large part of the draw for me, and I'm not going to name this character, but Josiah already knows who it is.
Yeah, it's the barkeeper that's in the first 2 episodes you never see again.
No, it is I am not even going to jokingly go on. I'm going to sandbag that immediately. You know who exactly.
I know who it is. But
He's fucking great, man. Love his design. I don't care what anyone says.
no, like the second season of ReZero will break you, Matt.
Okay.
It will break you in the best way.
All right. I have prepared myself mentally. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's like I had to literally like binge watch it. Like it was getting so exciting and so deep, like that I couldn't put it down. Like I remember I watched like it until like 3 a.m. and I had to go to work the next day, and I didn't even care. And I was just watching it because it's so good. They don't put any filler in it. It's great, and it really makes you think. It's never the outcome you think it is. You just gotta watch it, man. And that second OP is godlike. In fact, there's a whole bunch of memes that probably went over your head when the series came out. But that second OP, man, it's a spicy one. It's probably one of my top 10 anime OPs. Is that one? It's a good song. It's done by Myth and Royd, which also did the ending for what was it? Oh man, what was that anime? It was the one with the skeleton guy. Gosh. Oh, I'm gonna hate myself for this. I can't. They were just talking about a second season for it too. Oh, you remember? You post that reaction GIF of it all the time. The reaction picture of the girl with the body pillow with the skeleton on it.
Yeah, it's a fucking strong one.
Yeah. Gosh, I can't remember. It has just like a singular name. Oh well, whatever. You know what I'm talking about though. And
to summarize then, I am looking forward to Strong Feels, and I am also looking forward to Catboys. That's
Okay, see,
that's more
I
or
was
less the
sitting here.
experience right there.
I was
Sorry.
wondering who the character you were talking about was. I had an idea in my head, and
Yeah,
I was like, is that
Yes!
the one?
fucking
Yeah,
right,
I
man.
know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ferris, Alistair. Also known as Felix Alistair. I don't know. They change his name sometimes. It's weird.
Felix,
Astolfo.
might as well be. No, Felix Argyle.
Is that where you talking about Overlord?
Yes,
we're talking
Overload. That's it. That was what I was trying to think of. Thank you.
Yeah, my friend won't stop talking about the fact that Overlord Season 2 is coming out soon.
I can't wait. Oh, let's rest my jimmies. I wonder if we're ever gonna get a Gate Season 3. Man, that was a wild ride too.
What game?
Gate from Another World. Gate.
I am honestly not familiar.
It's the one. It's the one that had the goth lolly with the giant scythe, the elf girl, and then the little wizard, and it was the Japanese military otaku. A billion memes when it first came out.
Dude, I should know about this since I'm trying to keep
The
my
military
eye-
goes into a fantasy world, comes into the military, they get their ass kicked, and then the military goes into the fantasy world.
Because the gate's left open.
I should know about this since I'm trying to keep my.
It's okay. I'll show you
my
something after the
meme ad.
podcast, and you'll remember what it is. But
Thank you. Like I'm trying to keep both my meme game and my anime strong, so I should know about this. But I'm at a fucking loss right now.
it's been about 3 years since the first season came out. So I mean, it's been a while. That's why there should be a third season. But well, that kind of wraps it up. Anything you boys looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Code Vein.
Okay.
Oh.
I recently looked at that. That looks amazing. I love how the waifu girl whispers Sugoi every time she fires her rifle.
Sounds
cute.
pretty good.
Mhm.
Sounds good. Can fault you for that.
That's one with isn't Bandai Namco publishing that?
I believe so.
Okay. Okay, then I know
I'm
which
not
one
sure.
you're talking about then. Okay.
I took a very, very brief look at it. I looked
you
at
don't
it
wanna- you don't wanna look at it
for a
too
couple
much.
minutes, and then I looked at the character creation thing, and
Oh, okay,
I'm
yeah,
hyped
yeah,
for that.
that's Bandai Namco, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I know which one you're talking about then.
I am looking forward to starting ReZero, and I am looking forward to beating Persona 5.
You haven't beat it yet?
I am over 90 hours in, and by my estimation, based on like what I know of like P3 and P4, which is a lot, because I've played a fuck ton of those games as well. By my estimation, I'm on the third last dungeon. Like, I'm taking my time with this desire. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like this is a nice high quality meal, a nice good meal. I'm taking my time to digest and savor.
And
But I'm looking forward.
Didn't that game come out? Wait, when did that game come out? Was it last year?
Months ago, it came out in Japan last year.
Okay.
Didn't that game come out in 1987?
Didn't that game come out before you were born and you've been playing it since then?
This isn't fucking Cowboy
Might
Bebop.
as well.
This isn't Cowboy Bebop. Get your shit straight. Oh man, like neither you guys nor my coworkers will forgive me for taking so long to finish Cowboy Bebop. But that aside, that and Overwatch, I'm always playing more of. If you know anyone on PS4 that wants an Overwatch party, fucking.
Bro, just download Paladins and play Paladins with me.
I could. Okay.
I sent you an invite and you go, I don't have Paladins. Look, it's free. It's free Overwatch.
You did send me that invite, and I'm like, yeah, thanks, but I ain't got this yet. It's fucking free.
Didn't
Get on that
Donkey do a video on Paladins?
Yes, he
think
did,
he did.
and it was one massive block of satire
That was great.
Off of the whole Overwatch Paladins situation, and TF2, that's a good piece of humor. It's a good fun one. But yes, I will give that a chance with you at some point soon, Chris. But odds are I'm gonna go back and.
I don't expect you to stick with it. I barely expect you to play it.
Like, I'll give it a chance with you because I want a game with you. Because we haven't really had that chance. But Overwatch is still my baby as far as competitive gaming is concerned.
All right, boys. Well, I think that brings us to a close, unless we have any closing statements.
Just to quickly be inclusive for John, you haven't mentioned what you're looking forward to. You doing anything in the near future?
Really too much. There's a Mazinger Z Infinity film coming out.
Yeah, boy. Buzzing go.
There's the new kaiju game that's coming out. I think they're saying it's called like City Shrouded in Shadow.
Okay, right on.
Where it's like you're the humans in a city where kaiju are attacking each other. There's like Godzilla and the Neo robots there from Neon Genesis, and a couple of other big monsters and robots and stuff. So you're playing as the humans, and it seems interesting.
What's it called again?
The thing that's saying on the Tokusatsu network is it says City Shrouded in Shadow, and then it's saying that it has an opening movie that's released.
All right, I'll check that out. That sounds interesting.
There's of course Kamen Rider Build. It's on episode 3, so I'm watching that now. So looking forward to those episodes. I'm looking forward to Gohan winning the Tournament of Power.
Let's fucking hope, man.
Well, it just has to be somebody from Universe 7. I don't know. They've been
Goku?
downplaying Gohan, and I'm kind of sad.
Josiah, to be 100% fair, they've been downplaying Gohan since his fight with Super Bit. That was his peak, and he hasn't climbed back up there yet.
Well, yeah, because that was like the most serious threat that he could. I mean, they've been at peace for like how many years? Like,
Ultimate Gohan was the most powerful non-fused character for the longest time, and he never got credit for shit.
I have to get caught up on.
I don't know. He got a hot wife.
There you go. Got a martial arts wife. Best wife.
Who's rich?
Rich.
Hot wife? I mean, come on.
How cool can a girl be? Vidal does not get enough credit.
Plus, your father-in-law's the champ.
Yeah.
Undisputed strong.
His dad is Mr. Satan. His dad-in-law.
Yeah. Good old dad-in-law. is
And
the
your
devil.
dad is Piccolo?
Yeah.
Why does Gohan have so many cool dads?
Gohan has 3 dads.
And 2 of them are great dads.
No wonder he's so amazing. He's got 3 dads.
So I gotta get caught up on Achu Sentai Ku Ranger, which is the newest Super Sentai team, which is based off the stars and space and all that. So the constellations.
So it's basically Saints. Gosh, what is it?
Knights of the Zodiac.
Yeah, but the Japanese name.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
like in the
recall
first
exactly.
5 episodes, the 9 Rangers are right there. There's 10 Rangers in total, I think.
Okay.
So
I
it's
think-
like one of the only Sentai teams where the 9 Rangers were right there at the start.
I think the roughest part about the Tournament of Power.
Oh,
and
Saint
the
Seiya,
way-
that's what it was.
Yes, that's it. I think the roughest part about the Tournament of Power and the way that the rules are set up is I know that eventually at some point Hit is going to get eliminated and then I'm going to have to cry into my pillow for a while.
Well, the biggest thing that I'm worried about is what are they going to do with Universe 6? It can't just be erased. They're already established characters.
They are. Okay, Josiah, do you want to hear my honest to God theory? Is straight up, I honestly think for the Tournament of Power that Goku and Zeno have some kind of thing going on the side where like Zen isn't actually going to eliminate the other universes and he's just finding some way to hide their existence or like some shit like that, because it seems too drastic to take all these opportunities for exploring all these universes and like take all these episodes and like potential episode fuel and just going into new characters and all this kind of shit, just like taking all this content and throwing it like out the window as soon as it's introduced. Like I think this is too drastic too quickly to throw away this much potential fuel for just content. So I honestly think that Zen is just like I don't know what kind of magic power bullshit like he's using, but I honestly think he's hiding their like existence, like to the point that like Whis can't even like detect.
Well, Matt, I mean, this is
I could be
Toriyama.
wrong.
This is Toriyama we're talking about. I mean,
I
the
could be
Saiyan
wrong.
race was almost genocided.
Like, I hope that I'm right, but I know that you might be. It's rough, man. I just don't want these cool guys to die. Maybe that's all that this comes down to, really.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
Cabbage is pretty cool.
Cab is okay.
Cabbage.
He's not the worst. I will give him that honorary title of the worst. Whew! That's life. Well,
There's also a new Garo coming out that I gotta get caught up on,
Oh yeah, Garo.
you mean
which is Kami no Kiba. So
you mean
God
Mark of the
fangs.
Wolves? You mean Mark of the Wolves?
no, it's actually a really great tokusatsu,
Okay.
which even got an animated series.
Spencer Peters and I put in like a good couple hour long session of just playing Fatal Fury, Garo Mark of the Beast a while ago. And every single time that something like this happens, I am forcibly reminded that no matter how much I love fighting games and no matter how good I am at fighting games, that guy is way better at me at fighting games. He's fucking killer. I can't beat him. Like I've beaten him like once or twice in Tekken 7, and in Garo we're a bit more balanced out because both of us had not touched that game prior to that night. But even then, he's still beating me more often. Fucking wrecking my ass all over the place. Rough, man.
Yeah,
Rough
smoke
shit.
more pot, Matt. That's the secret.
That's get more drunk.
Finally,
Something.
I have to get caught up on Kamen Rider Amazons because
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Amazons Season 2 is out.
Yep.
And
I got-
those are some long episodes.
Okay, that's the show that's going to pop my Kamen Rider cherry.
I am still waiting
I would
for my-
recommend a lot more ones to start out with than Amazon's, because the Amazon's is pretty unusual for Kamen Rider.
I am still waiting for my Kamen Rider share to be.
Honestly,
New series.
I would bring you a good one when we meet up, but
Ooh.
I'm kind of scared of my electronics getting confiscated at the airport.
Mhm.
So,
Well, yeah. Like you can't forget that Canada is a above all else.
well,
Very-
it's the fact that my electronics won't be searched through when I come back to America, but especially like right now, they've been searching a lot more electronics for stuff, and I don't know, like for like black market stuff, but if they see like 52 gigs of anime or Kamen Rider that shouldn't be there, it won't bode well for me.
Sir, how much of this is pornographic?
Well, it doesn't matter if it's porn or not. It's the fact that I illegally obtained it, and now that these Japanese companies that produce the anime and the Kamen Rider have presence in Western countries, they can actually take legal action. And so,
Do you know what's gonna end up happening? You're gonna try and bring me Kamen Rider content, and then what's his face, Power Rangers man, Saban, is gonna show up at customs with just a mean look on his face, and
he's gonna look at me when they tell me, "Sir, we need to see you in this room over here," and he's just gonna be staring at me from behind the double-sided glass, and I can feel his eyes burning in the back of my skull.
yeah. That's good. That's funny.
So just